Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is February 24th, 2024, and this is my weekly market review, where I'm reviewing the Dow 30, that's DIA, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only because, as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. And so let's jump right over to the charts and let's see what's happening here and wrap this on up. Wait, let me minimize that. Let me resize this. And here we go. On the quarterly chart, as we can see, we're still below this R1 that you can see, barely see right there. Let me just bring it down a little bit here. I'm expecting us to get there. The things are beginning to slow down. I expect a little bit of profit taking around that area. And people, markets actually get a little agitated, maybe a little volatility, but that's about that. We are in a strong bull market, and I do see it actually still marching on up to that level. All right, let's take a quick look at the monthly chart. The monthly chart on the Dow here, we're still about the same point. We're still fighting below at R1 level here, but this has been a very strong month. I do see us going higher, and maybe not until April. I don't think here in the last week of this month that we'll be breaking that R1, but next month, definitely in April, we're going to break it, or we're going to come up to it and get that little pullback what we've been expecting. You know, it hasn't happened yet, but I'm still kind of expecting some kind of pullback. This market has been just going. That's 4 months in a row, you know, green candles. You don't see that anywhere else here in the last couple of years and all. So let's just kind of be patient here. Let's kind of hold on. Just trade our plan our trades, and trade our plan. All right, let's go ahead and go down here to this weekly chart and see what we see. Like I said, this thing has been really, really strong. We got a little rest. We had a rest, you know, last week. We was kind of expecting a pullback. We saw this doji and all, and we did get a little bit of a pullback, you know, a couple of weeks ago. And then this week, this thing has just taken off again. It finally bust over that R1 level here on these monthly pivots and all. On these monthly pivots and all that, and I just see us heading high up to right now. It's just one more week. We probably won't. I don't expect us to break this R2 level, but we can come up to it and kiss it and maybe pull back a little bit. But again, we are in a very strong bull market. We do have a few more earnings coming out this week. Nothing major, I don't believe, like the video that we had this previous week. But there's still a couple more, you know, major earnings coming out this week. Let's go ahead and look at the daily chart and wrap this on up. The daily chart, as you can see, last week we had that past Friday we had that bearish looking pattern, that bearish harami, and we did get a couple of days drop, which was good. But if they played it right, they did. The thing was, they had to be aware of what was happening, you know, after the market closed on this day and these days here. We had NVIDIA, one of the strongest stock in the market at this time, and probably the one that's driving the market. You cannot stay in your bearish position on these indexes when you have an item in the index as strong as this and as weighted as it is in the Nasdaq. And I don't know how I really haven't looked at how they're weighted on the Dow and the other index. I know the Russell is pretty evenly weighted. But some of these other indexes, you know, a stock like NVIDIA is probably heavily weighted in those indexes, so it's going to cause gaps like what you see here. And you bears got to be aware of things like that in the market and make sure you close your trades. When you do see a pattern, you do see a confirmation, you could have made some money, you know, on the downside, but it's all how you manage your trades and all. No trade recommendations, just trying to give you some insight of things that you got to be aware of Like one guy was asking me, that's pretty much all I want to share. All I want to share with the indexes and all. But a guy was asking me about uh, what I thought about the market. I told him it's a very, very bullish market, and I think we were looking at this thing dropping. And I said, but I'm very aware of events and news. And I said, that's all that's it that I need in news. I don't need to know the details because the details are right here on the chart. The details tell me how critical they are. You know, minor stuff, but a very big event right here caused this to here to gap up like that. And that's all I really want to share. That's what you got to, in my opinion, that's one of the things that based on the way I trade. I need to be, especially around this time, around earnings time. What are the big companies that are announcing? You know, what is their standings and what's going on with those things? You know, and other world events you got to be somewhat aware of. But that's all I really want to share. I got to word at the end. I'm glad it's at the end because this is Solomon, right side trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys having a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.